The tale of the Flying Dutchman has captivated the imagination of seafarers and land dwellers alike for centuries. This enigmatic ghost ship, cursed to roam the seas forever, continues to intrigue and frighten those who hear its haunting story. But what is the origin of this legendary vessel, and why does it maintain its hold on our collective consciousness? Join us as we delve into the depths of maritime folklore and uncover the mysteries surrounding the Flying Dutchman. The origins of the Flying Dutchman legend can be traced back to the 17th century, a time when the seas were teeming with adventure, danger, and superstition. It all began with Captain Hendrik van der Decken, an ambitious and unscrupulous Dutchman who set sail from Amsterdam in search of fortune in the East Indies. Little did he know that his ill-fated journey would become the stuff of nautical lore. As Captain van der Decken's ship approached the treacherous Cape of Good Hope, a ferocious storm descended upon them. The tempest tore the sails to shreds and battered the ship relentlessly. It is at this point in the story that myth intertwines with reality, as the devil himself is said to have appeared before the captain. In a moment of impatience and defiance, Van der Decken made a fateful pact with the devil, challenging God's will and sealing his own fate. According to the curse bestowed upon him, Captain Van der Decken and his ghostly ship, the Flying Dutchman, were condemned to sail the ocean ceaselessly until the Day of Judgment. While this tale may seem far-fetched, numerous sightings of a spectral ship resembling the East Indiaman have been reported over the centuries. One such sighting occurred on July 11, 1881, when Prince George, a young Royal Navy midshipman aboard HMS Inconstant, recorded a remarkable encounter with the Flying Dutchman in his logbook. The prince described a strange phosphorescent light emanating from the phantom ship, its masts and sails standing out in stark relief against the night sky. The sighting was corroborated by 13 other crew members, but tragedy struck as the seaman who first spotted the apparition fell to his death from a mast, followed shortly after by the admiral of the fleet. The eerie sightings of the Flying Dutchman are not limited to the open sea. In September 1942, 4 individuals relaxing on the terrace of their home in Cape Town, South Africa, witnessed an ancient sailing ship making its way towards Table Bay. For approximately 15 minutes, they watched the ship's progress until it disappeared behind Robben Island, leaving them in awe and disbelief. The notable sighting occurred in March 1939, when nearly 100 sunbathers on Glencairn Beach, False Bay, spotted a fully rigged sailing ship emerging from the heat haze. Despite the absence of wind, the ship sailed across the bay, seemingly heading for an isolated beach. To the astonishment of the onlookers, the Flying Dutchman vanished as abruptly as it had appeared, leaving behind a sense of wonder and foreboding. While the legend of the Flying Dutchman originated in the Netherlands, its ghostly presence has been witnessed in various parts of the world. In Britain, the phantom ship haunts the treacherous Goodwin Sands, a sandbank in the English Channel notorious for claiming over 200 shipwrecks. According to local law, the Lady Lovibond met its tragic fate on the Goodwins on February 13, 1748. The ship, carrying its newly married captain, his bride and wedding guests, was deliberately steered onto the sandbank by a jealous mate who was infatuated with the bride. The entire company perished in the disaster. Exactly 50 years later, on February 13, 1798, a 3-masted schooner identical to the ill-fated Lady Lovibond was observed heading towards the Goodwins. The crew of a fishing boat followed the vessel and heard sounds of celebration and women's voices. The schooner ultimately crashed onto the sands, broke apart, and vanished. This eerie spectacle repeated itself precisely 50 years later when another ship's crew reported a similar sighting. On February 13, 1898, a group of watchers near Deal, Kent, claimed to witness the reappearance of the ghostly ship. Subsequent attempts to spot the phantom on February 13, 1948, proved fruitless, perhaps due to poor visibility. Off the coast of Rhode Island, North America, another version of the Flying Dutchman, known as the Palatine, haunts the waters. In 1752, this ship departed from Holland carrying colonists bound for Philadelphia. However, A winter storm diverted the vessel from its intended course, resulting in the captain's demise and a mutiny among the crew. The passengers endured a harrowing Christmas day before the Palatine ran aground on rocks near Block Island. As the storm subsided, the ship began to slip back into the ocean before dozens of local fishermen descended upon it, rescuing the passengers and looting the ship. After committing their plunder, the fishermen set the Palatine ablaze and watched in horror as a woman emerged from the ship, screaming for help until consumed by the flames. For over 200 years since that fateful day, the Palatine has resurfaced along the New England coast as a spectral vessel engulfed in blood-red flames, a chilling reminder of its tragic past. The enduring legend of the Flying Dutchman continues to captivate our imagination, reminding us of the fragility of human existence and the consequences of challenging fate. Whether encountered at sea or observed from the shore, the sightings of this ghostly ship instill a sense of awe and foreboding, leaving witnesses to ponder the mysteries of the unknown. Next time you find yourself gazing out at the vast expanse of the ocean, keep an eye out for the ethereal silhouette of the Flying Dutchman, forever condemned to sail through the annals of maritime folklore. The Flying Dutchman crossed our bows, the night being clear and the sea calm. States Prince George, HMS Inconstant. The ship seemed to be heading for a distant, isolated beach, but as the crowd looked on, the Flying Dutchman vanished as suddenly as it had appeared, says a Glencairn beach witness.